To my party. Should I eat an orange? I'm gonna eat an orange. I'm gonna eat yesterday like an apple, and before that I ate an apple and a pear. Gotta keep your uh body balanced or whatever. Warm water with Himalayan this specific grade salt and some lime. Thank you God for this day. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for a new day. Feeling refreshed even though I only slept 4 hours. Thank you for the 100 conscious cookie monster. Hey, Love Steve, how you been? How you doing? How you sleep? Today I'm gonna keep reading to you guys. I don't know I only read the preface last time, but I was falling asleep. But I'm gonna read because if I don't start my day with doing something that's good for me before I go to work, I'm gonna have a miserable day, you know? So we're gonna go outside and get some sun and read and walk barefoot on the grass. So many good things, so many good things. I love walking barefoot on the grass. I love drinking my water outside and my fruit outside. I got 2 packages today. Whoa! TikTok shop sent me these for free. These are hiking shoes that are like real shoes. Um, Hi. Oh, they're already kind of open. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, they're pretty soft and cool. And I like the color because, you know, when you hike, the ground is brown. So, hmm. I asked for size 8, but these look huge. Is this a size 8 in men? That's gonna suck. But it says 40. They smell like a fucking, what do you call those stores that sell like Home Depot? This smells like Home Depot. This is huge. This is. I hope it fits. Oh shit! It fits. It's actually kind of tight. Do you know how some shoes look bigger and then on the inside they're actually like. But look at these shoes, guys. I mean, they match the outfit I'm wearing right now. Look. Watch. I should have gotten an 8.5. Cause my toe ends right there. But I wonder if that's okay. They are comfortable. I just don't know if they valid, you feel me? Here I was worried they would be too small. What do you think of my new shoes? Hiking real shoes. Keep your toes wide, how you're supposed to be. Blah, 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 blah. We're going on a hike. That's exciting. Maybe I just have to wear them and loosen them up. I'm going to Hawaii, and that's why I got these, because we're going to be hiking a lot. These are called sneakers. Illustrading sneakers. Since 1970. Never heard of these. I'm going to ask my boyfriend if he heard of these. La la la. Okay, let's see what other package I got. This I actually bought, but in the past, I got this perfume originally as a free gift, free sample. You know what? I think I'm gonna use those for work today. Break them in, right? Shoes don't get tighter. Like some clothes, when you wash and dry them, like I remember something didn't fit me. My mom was like, "Hi, Fantasion. Hi, Max. Hola. Hola, City of Peace. Thank you, Wonder Boss. You think they're cute? Bet. Beautiful. Hey, Gary. How you guys doing this morning? So basically, this is the shit. This is the shit. My most viral YouTube short was me describing how amazing this smells. And I went on set last year out in February 2025 February. I was in New York Fashion Week. I don't know if you guys saw that vlog, but I went, auditioned, got casted to 3 shows. Was only able to do one because I got really sick, but I got casted to 3 shows, and I'm not even telling off. Yes, the one show that I did, the designer did call me a midget. Not to worry. Okay, so boom. I was on set bragging about the perfume and spraying it on everybody, and then it just disappeared out of my book bag. Nothing's to happen. Oof. Oof. 3.38 ounces. Amazing. Which means I can take it with me on my carry-on. I can take it with me on my carry-on. Oh! Bro, best scent. Best fucking scent. $14. 13. 14 with tags. Bro. Oh, Brazilian perfume, bro. Brazilians know what the fuck they're doing, bro. You go to any other country, you don't have to pay $1 billion to be amazing and not have fucking hormone disruptors on it. Bro, the top notes is almond, macadamia nut. The middle notes are orchid and frangipani. I don't know what that is. And then the dry notes is vanilla, chocolate, salt, sandalwood. What the hell? I'm going to Hawaii. Brazil! Because you don't have to pay workers a living wage. It's a living wage there. Like, don't be talking shit. Man, don't be talking shit about foreign countries like that, because for real, like, I go to these foreign countries and a lot of this shit is myth. Like, a lot of these people are living happier than people in the US. What they make might not be a living wage in the US, but they make it happen out there. You feel me? You feel me? Like, the homelessness rate in America is huge. At least in Brazil, they got the city of God. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta want to be. Go to the city of God. They'll build you a house. They'll build you a house in less than a week. Smells like a snack. Smells amazing, bro. Please have some respect. I am married. Uh, Shave or trim? Jesus. I'm not American, bud. What are you, bud? America. 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 Nah, but America. Nah, but for real, for real, for real. I don't know. I love Brazil, and people over there were so happy and kind. People who are miserable don't love themselves. So true. So I can't wait to leave this godforsaken country. Canadian. Hey! Oh, Canada. I want to go to Canada so bad. I'm from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Right now I'm in Wisconsin. I am so fucking happy about this. This is all I need. Like, I ran out of my Chanel perfume cologne, and the guy I like has like a whole cologne collection. They really care about smells, which is great. But like, shit. Whenever people complimented me in high school and college that I smelled amazing, it was my curly hair products. But now I'm using like these medical grade hair products, and one of them has scent, but the other one doesn't. So like, where am I gonna get my scent from? I don't normally wear perfumes because most perfumes have disruptors for women hormones and male hormones. What's it called, bro? Let me see if they have it on the shop here. Literally, let me see if I can find it. Luo, because I got it from TikTok shop. Luo Wue, Brazilian. And I literally posted about this like a year ago, and it went viral on here. I feel like it's a dupe of that Sol de Janeiro, but it smells better. Dude, go to my TikTok. Look, take a screenshot because they don't have it anywhere else. They don't have it on Amazon. They don't have it anywhere else. I've only seen it on TikTok shop. Bro, there's some stuff that I get from Brazil, Korea, and Japan that is legit adored in Japan. Because I thought it was just TikTok shop sending me random stuff. I went to Japan and I saw a lot of the products that I use in Japan and highly graded, right? So this is from Brazil, and for some reason, TikTok shop gets it to America. And if you go to my profile and look this up and buy it from my profile, I'll get like $1. So put, put me on, girl. Put me on. I am not trans. Hi, Copper. ¿De dónde es usted? Yo soy de Puerto Rico y de República Dominicana, pero vivo en Estados Unidos. Um, I'm from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, but I live in Wisconsin right now. This is my favorite perfume. My favorite. I'm gonna wear it today. I'm gonna wear it now. Like, this is all I need. This is all I need. Take a shower. Do my Moroccan hammam ritual. You know? Make sure my skin is all clear. I eat my sema, so my brain's okay. I eat my fruit. I eat my veggies. I take my magnesium. I work out. I'm gonna be perfect. Ah, really? Mm. It's a great nation. Why are so many human beings trying to come to USA? Money, resources, and freedom to live freely. Bro, honestly, money, I'm not gonna. From a person that loves money, and you guys know I love money, I will say money is not always everything, bro. Like, not all money is good money. Not all sacrifices are worth the sacrifice. Like, like, yeah, you come to the US for resources, but like, if you're the only one that has a visa and your family doesn't, and you spend 20 years apart from them to give them a life, and then you give them a good life, but like 20 years, bro, like imagine you leave your 4 year old and then you see them when they're 24, like how much you miss, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's all up to what everybody values type shit, but every time people come to the US, they have to sacrifice a lot to get what they're coming here to get, you feel me? I'd be so sad. Are married or in love with someone? I'm in love with someone. Don't forget to brush your tongue. This is my tongue of the wake up. This is how healthy my gums are. There's no buildup on my teeth. People always like, brush your teeth. My teeth are healthy. My teeth are healthy, clean. You can't breathe. You stay on the southeast of Wisconsin. Southeast, southeast. I don't know where I'm at. Maybe you're right. I don't fucking know. Pink is definitely your color. The hoodie looks great on you. Really? You think so? I've always liked to look good on this color, but then I thought I was yellow undertone for the longest, and ChatGPT said that yellow undertone doesn't look good with pastel colors. Turns out I'm olive undertone, like them Italians. So olive and pink go good together. Amazing, because I love pink. Appreciate it, Herb Blurby. Hermosa mía, un abrazo, gracias. No, un abrazo, un abrazo, un abrazo. You have a very surprised face. Pink looks great. Stand so we can see the whole outfit. All right. It's a blanket hoodie. These the pants. I thrifted these, and then I got this blanket hoodie. It's huge. These are my knees. It has a pocket here and pockets to the side. I used to put my cat in here and walk around with him. Rest in peace, Morty. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. And it's so fluffy on the inside and so soft on the outside. Kaboom. Kablow. What do you mean by a surprise face? Like I'm very expressive. Linda sonrisa, gracias. What am I mixed with? Puerto Rican and Dominican. That's so cool. I love the camel pants. Thank you. Do I like rap music? Of course. Of course. You know, I dibble dabble. I dibble dabble myself. Might hit a freestyle. Oh, okay, thanks. I'm in love. Omega trail mix. Walnuts, cranberries. I haven't had nuts in a while. I'm gonna eat these today. I hope they're not someone specific snack. I have a gay cat. My cat was gay. My cat was gay. That's on gold prospecting. What do you mean? Gay cat is crazy. Yeah, bro. He was a guy, and every time a guy came over, he was all over them. And for some reason, anytime I talk to a guy on the phone, he would get mad at the cat, at the phone or me, and slap me. I think it's interesting. You do that? I think it's interesting, but also like the rivers need the gold, bro. They need the minerals. You do look exotic. Exotic! I have a gold panning set. There's gold in Georgia creeks. Who's your favorite rapper? I don't know, bro. I'm still thinking on it. Do you want any more cats or animals? And do you have an animal currently? I am co-parenting a cat with my brother. Wasn't listening. No, it's okay. You're from New Hampshire. Are you sick? No. You need to dig down to bedrock mainly. Oh shit. Look at that. Putting you on. Underboss is always making friends on the comments. Underboss is lit. I got a rapper for you. Put me on. Best of luck in your prospecting. I'm thinking about becoming homosexual. How come? Take 99, baby. Thank you, Itza. Got some poo flakes in that water. No, calm down. It's some of this and some salt. You listen to Chicken P? I think I've heard it before. Hey, Damien! Candice Owens, what happened? Hmm. You be bossing? Let me screenshot that. I'll check it out later. I have a cat called Smokey. The only thing I don't like about cats, they're always bothering you for food when you stand up and you're in the kitchen. Whatever, they're cute. You know, Tech Nine? No. How did the pole installation go? It went great. Didn't you see the video? Damn, you sick again? I'm not sick. What makes you guys think I'm sick? I just slept with the door open, the window open, and it was really cold. I'm not sick. You always want to try, but you're afraid. What are you afraid of? Life's too short. I listened to him. I don't know him on a personal. Oh, you guys know him too. I'm afraid it will hurt. I'm already 45. Take it slow. She can be from Wisconsin. I'm weak. You should check him out if you like. You think you like his music. I will. My cat is the same. All cats are the same. You think they're coming to show you some love? They're coming to ask you for food. Oh shit! What is that? It's a Sunday. Thank you for the Sunday. Brigzid 6128. Excuse me. Uh, Excuse me again. This warm water with salt and lime, not just any salt. What if you? Oh my God, bro! Just do a, just do one of those things, an enema or something. I'm a Libra. How about you guys? What are you guys? Ah, Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio in the house. Your Asafisa is an MMA champion. I wish. You up here burping and shit. Hell yeah. Scorpio is diabolical. Scorpio is amazing. The guy I like is a Scorpio. I'm not sick. You're a Taurus. Love Taurus. Virgo. Oh shit. Underboss is a Virgo. What if you we got hella earth signs here. I want to go outside and touch the grass. I think I should. My ex was a Scorpio. 10/31/84. Oh. What's your opinion on Gemini and Cancer? Well, Cancer men are manipulative and sensitive, and Gemini men are the devil. Do you recall anything that is like very sad or like very important in school or like in college? What the fuck? The prices of college were sad. My birthday is November 10. So you're a Sash or Scorpio? Scorpio. My two daughters are Cancer and a Gemini. See, Cancer and Gemini women are lit. I put some makeup on. Makeup, bruh. You need it. Pretty brown eyes. Thank you. Another Scorpio. Scorpios in the house. Scorpios rule. I love Libra. My mom and son are Libra. That's amazing. Born June 21st, so I think I could be both. Oh shit. I think the cutoff is the 22nd or 23rd, but the months change, so you might be on the cusp by the 21st. You're Capricorn, another earth sign. My mom's a Scorpio. Kendrick. Kendrick. Sorry about that. You go to America, I am in America. Gemini right here. Gemini. See, like, my homies here, Kendrick being a Gemini, Underboss being a Virgo, they're setting new standards for the signs because previously experienced Luna was good. I need to drink the rest of my warm water. Let's see if it's still warm. Barrel. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about her every time I hit the hookah. Kabloom. Kablow. Kaboom. And then my little sister. Guys, I don't know if I should get a new phone. Hear me out. Get a new phone or get the Meta glasses. Bro, Kendrick, are you trans? What the fuck? You got a cat? Yes. Maybe you know the answer. What is the name of the island that the alleged Ash Hensaki Jew came from? Moses testified the islanders. What islander nature invaded Palestine? Israel. Wait. No, I'm confused now. Do you be going to Planet Fitness? No, I go to Crunch Fitness. They have a sauna with red light. Uh-huh. Okay. Water time. Tengo que irme, disfruta tu día. Pues dale buen día, tú también, gracias. She bought a pool before any house furniture. Again, that's my brother's house. He doesn't want any furniture. This is my crib. We do got furniture. I'm gonna turn my brother's living room into a workout studio. Actually, I'm gonna get a reformer for Pilates, put a mat down, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Do fentanyl. No, don't. Can you be my workout partner? I need the gym bad. Sure, just pull up when I stream. Work out with me. Hey, Billy. Actually, I don't know Kendrick. Of course, you don't know Kendrick. That's my homie. Why does your brother want a pole? He doesn't want a pole. It's my pole. He let me put it in his house because my mom is so Christian. She don't let me put it in hers. One of my friends' granny actually got. Oh shit! This water is a little too hot. I gotta add regular temperature water. I got some cold water here from yesterday. One of my friends' granny actually got her kitchen destroyed in Lebanon. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate war. I hate war. When you put a pull up for, I didn't do it for him. I did it for y'all and for me and for my man. Once you move out of mom's, you can have a pool. I moved out of my mom's house at 19, and I lived alone for 5 years, and then I lived with a guy for like a little bit, and then I moved back with my mom's because I got depressed. Why did you start doing live streams? Because I was lonely. At first for fun, and then my cat died, and I couldn't exist. I couldn't do things. I was grieving. So, but every time I was grieving, but every time I would live stream, you guys would uplift me. Kendrick's been here since day one. I'm 26. So you guys um like made me feel better. So, and also when I was like live streaming at my house, I felt forced to do shit to entertain y'all and to be productive. So I didn't look like a lazy ass motherfucker, even though I was literally grieving. So it like forced me to be productive. It forced me to do yoga. I did calisthenics for the whole month of July. My cat died in March, and I started streaming every day. Went to Costa Rica, came back streaming, doing my makeup just to clear my mind, reading to you guys, which is what I'm about to do right now. Um, Working out with you guys. It's just I didn't want to do anything alone. I'm I'm glad your cat didn't make it. Oh, you're scaring me now. I'm scared of my cat dies. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know I love being here, and I love you being here, and I appreciate you, bro, like a lot. Like you don't even know. Hey, Kenneth, I missed you. It's been a minute. Billy, we know you don't mean that. Do more TikTok and YouTube lives. I enjoy them. I try my best, but like your girl is saving up. Your girl is saving up because she's paying for school, and after this month, I just have to pay one more month, I think, and then I'm free from that hefty ass. But it was like $6,000 to become a certified yoga instructor, not counting all the equipment I. Well, yeah, it's expensive. So, like, all my check goes to that and my bills. And also, I'm like going to Hawaii, so I use my YouTube money. Shout out to y'all, ad money and all that shit to get a ticket to Hawaii and back. You're the best. Thank you so much, Kenneth. What happened, Kendrick? Student that I heard is bad, like super bad. What do you mean? Hi, I live for Y2K. Have you ever been to Milwaukee? Yeah, my friends are in Milwaukee. I lived in Milwaukee for like a while. Um, when I get some money, I will buy a membership. Appreciate you, bro. But honestly, I appreciate you all the time. Did you see your mom yesterday? I live with her, yeah. But to be honest, for Dominican ladies, Mother's Day is the last month, the last day of the month, the last Sunday of the month. Fun fact. Fun fact. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Yeah, I think about her every time I hit the hookah. Kabloom, kablow, kaboom. Ooh. Okay, let's go outside. Let's get some sun. Like, my boss is always like, why do you start after 2? That was the availability I gave you guys. And also, I am on the spectrum, and it takes me a while to get like ready to leave the house. So, if college could, if high school wanted to respect that, but I didn't let them out of my ego, and college did because I was like, all right, I'll take the freaking help that I need. Why can't a job understand? You tell a job you're disabled, they don't want to fucking hire you. That's why I never say it. I never say it till they see how good I do my job and they love me enough, and they're like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm challenged. I'm challenged by life. Or maybe I challenge life. Ever thought of that? Let's go get some and touch the grass. Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. It is cold, like the weather is cold, but hopefully the sun will make it. Oh, yeah, the grass is warm. This is amazing. This is amazing. Your face, guys, is kind of flat, but I wasn't sure. What does that even mean? How are you on the spectrum? My face is not flat. My face has so much shape. You're so cute. Thank you. Stream your time in Hawaii and plan something simple, even if it's a workout we'll watch. Just keep grinding. No, I'm gonna stream while I'm in Hawaii. That's why I was kind of like wondering if the Ray Bans you can stream with them, because that would be cool. But I think that's gonna happen in the future. You outside is that cold in your city? Hell yeah, bro. Wisconsin is fucking. You tapping in with nature? Hell yeah. Did you see your mom yesterday? Hell yeah. I keep saying the same thing. My bad. Hey, Break Forever. How you gotta come to LA. LA scares me. I mean, like student debt. I do got student debt. Um, and I got new student bills. Hi, Debron. You tapping it? If you had a chance to relive your life, would you do it? Hell no. I like how I've lived my life so far, bro. I ain't starting that shit over. Do you live alone or roommates? I live with my mom and her husband's son. What about you, Cecilia? Would you do it? The sun feels amazing. I'm 26. 26. Hello. Billy, what are you? What's going on at home? I love watching you. I have since you started. Thank you, Mark. Also, thank you for the 100, Brian Williams. Gang. It's called Milwaukee to yeah, I'm in Waukesha, bro. We're like so close to each other. 20 minutes, I'm in Milwaukee. Okay. So, oh, it's so bright out here. And yeah, it's so bright. Trauma by definition is unbearable and intolerable. Most rape victims. Oh shit, we're going straight into it. Most rape victims, combat soldiers, and children who have been molested become so upset when they think about what they experienced that they try to push it out of their minds, trying to act as if nothing happened and move on. It takes tremendous energy to keep functioning while carrying the memory of terror and the shame of utter weakness and vulnerability. While we all want to move beyond trauma, the part of our brain that is devoted to ensuring our survival, deep below our rational brain, is not very good at denial. Long after a traumatic experience is over, it may be reactivated at the slightest hint of danger and mobilize disturbed brain circuits and secret massive amounts of stress hormones. This precipitates unpleasant emotions, intense physical sensations, and impulsive and aggressive actions. These post traumatic reactions feel incomprehensible and overwhelming. Feeling out of control, survivors of trauma often begin to fear that they are damaged to the core and beyond redemption. I used to believe that. Hello from AZ. Hey, bye. Is your mom home? No. Your body keeps a score. Hell yeah. Hi. Hi, JR Garza. How are you? The first time I remember being drawn to study medicine was at summer camp when I was about 14 years old. My cousin Michael kept me up all night explaining the intricacies of how kidneys work, how they secrete the body's waste materials, and then reassort the chemicals that keep the system in balance. I was riveted by his account of the miraculous way the body functions. Later, during the every stage of my medical training, whether I was studying surgery, cardiology, or pediatrics, it was obvious to me that the key to healing was understanding how the human organism works. When I began my psychiatry rotation, however, I was struck by the contrast between the incredible complexity of the mind and the ways that the human beings are connected and attached to one another, and how little psychiatrists knew about the origins of the problems they were treating. Facts. Would it be possible one day to know as much about brains, minds, and love as we do about the other systems that make up our organism? We are obviously still years from attaining that sort big ass bug. Oh my god, I hate them. I try to remain cool, but they scare me, the little big ones. I'm from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Bro, it's hot outside. No, it's not. You're from Germany? God bless you all. God bless you. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Mm, a big ass bug. We are obviously still years from attaining that sort of detailed understanding, but the birth, guys can pray for me. Yes, may everything turn out better than you want. Yes, I'm home alone. Damn, what do you care? We are obviously still years from attaining sort of detail, but the birth of three new branches of science has led to an explosion of knowledge about the effects of psychological trauma, abuse, and neglect. Those new disciplines are neuroscience, the study of how the brain supports mental processes, developmental psychopathology, the study of the impact of adverse experiences on development of mind and brain, and interpersonal neurobiology, the study of how our behavior influences the emotions, biology, and mindsets of those around us. Research from these new disciplines has revealed that trauma produces actual psychological changes, including recalibration of the brain's alarm system, an increase in stress hormone activity, and alterations in the system that filters relevant information from irrelevant. Oh shit. We now know that trauma compromises the brain area that communicates the physical, embodied feeling of being alive. Holy fuck. These changes explain why traumatized individuals become hypervigilant to threat at the expense of spontaneously engaging in their day to day lives. They also help us understand why traumatized people so often keep repeating the same problems and have such trouble learning from experience. We now know that their behaviors are not the result of moral failings or signs of lack of willpower or bad character. They are caused by actual changes in the brain. Damn, just did what for me? For me because I've been having a bad day. My mother is so sick and she could die. I will pray for you later. Hey guys, stream my album. Period. Hey. Okay, we now know that trauma compromises the brain area that communicates the physical and body feeling. This change explain what traumatized individuals become hypervigilant. Oh my god. No, stop it. These changes explain why traumatized individuals become hypervigilant to threat at the expense of spontaneously engaging in their day to day lives. Mm. We now know that their behavior, okay, this vast increase in our knowledge about the basic processes that underlie trauma has also opened up new possibilities to palliate or even reverse the damage. This is what we want to hear. I'm a technician. We can now develop methods. Bro, these niggas did this like literally forever. Okay. We can now develop methods and experiences that utilize the brain's own natural neuroplasticity to help survivors feel fully alive in the present and move on with their lives. There are fundamentally three avenues: top down by talking, reconnecting with others, and allowing ourselves to know and understand. Can you guys hear me okay, even with that noise? Let me know. Top down by talking, reconnecting with others, and allowing ourselves to know and understand what is going on with us while processing the memories of the, excuse me, trauma. Number two, by taking medicines that shut down inappropriate alarm reactions, or by utilizing other technologies that change the way the brain organizes information. And three, bottom up, by allowing the body to have experiences that deeply and viscerally contradict the helplessness, rage, or collapse that result from trauma. Which one of these is best for any particular is survivor is an empirical question. Most people I have worked with require a combination. Never do my life one. In this effort, I have been supported by my colleagues and students at the Trauma Center, which I founded 30 years ago. Together, we have treated thousands of traumatized children and adults, victims of child abuse, natural disasters, wars, accidents, and human trafficking, people who have suffered assaults by intimates and strangers. We have a long tradition of discussing all our patients in great depth at weekly treatment team meetings and carefully tracking how well different forms of treatment work for particular individuals. Our principal mission has always been to take care of the children and adults who have come to us for treatment. But from the very beginning, we also have dedicated ourselves to conducting research to explore the effects of traumatic stress on different populations to determine what treatments work for whom. We have been supported by research grants from the National Institute of Mental Health, the National Center for Complementary and Alternative Medicine, the Centers for Disease Control, and a number of private foundations to study the efficacy of many different forms of treatment, from medication treatment. There we go. What the fuck? From medications to talking, yoga, EMDR. I don't know what EMDR is. We're about to find out. Theater, and neurofeedback. The challenge is how can people gain control over the residues of past trauma and return to being masters of their own ship? Talking, understanding, and human connections help, and drugs can dampen hyperactive alarm systems. But we will also see that the imprints from the past can be transformed by having physical experiences that directly contradict the helplessness, rage, and collapse that are part of trauma, and thereby regaining self mastery. I have no preferred treatment modality, as no single approach fits everybody. But I practice all the forms of treatment that I discuss in this book. Each one of them can produce profound changes, depending on the nature of the particular problem and the makeup of the individual person. I wrote this book to serve as both a guide and an invitation to dedicate ourselves to facing the reality of trauma, to explore how best to treat it, and to commit ourselves as a society to using every means we have to prevent it. Nice. Wait, why you look like the girl from Ginny and Georgia? I've heard that before. Remember me? Me and you drove around together when you was a little girl. You're weird. Hi, Ted Williams Tunnel. Part 1, The Rediscovery of Trauma. Also, let me tag the book in case you guys want to get it and one of these days follow along and read with me. You should. I paid 20 bucks for this book and it's $13 on YouTube. Hi, you look like Beyonce. Shout out to you. Thanks. Okay, Chapter 1, Lesson from Vietnam Veterans. Why do we always start with the veterans? Every book I read about trauma, they start with the veterans. Because they struggle a lot. Do you believe the earth is flat? No. My brother does. He puts a compelling argument. I became what I am today at the age of 12. On a frigid, overcast day in the winter of 1975, that was a long time ago, but it's wrong what they say about the past. Looking back now, I realize I have been peeking into that deserted alley for the last 26 years. Khaled Hosseini, the kite runner. Some people's lives seem to flow in a narrative. Mine had many stops and starts. That's what trauma does. It interrupts the plot. It just happens, and then life goes on. Nobody prepares you for it. Jessica Stern, Denial, a memoir of terror. Damn, that is true. I always felt like I start something and then I stop and then I start again and then I stop and then I start again. And it was irritating. So then I decided to not care about my trauma and just keep going. And that's what I've been doing. I've kept going with all this fear inside me. Like people are always like, oh, so you're so fearless. No, I'm scared to death. I am cynical as hell, skeptical. I don't trust anybody. Sometimes not even my mom. You're a Marine veteran. What's it to you? No, no, no. I love like when I first started streaming, my first stream here on YouTube was like reading cards, but my second one when I started being consistent a year after my first stream, uh, was to help veterans with their trauma and their PTSD. And people who have PTSD even if they didn't go to war, but they went through some traumatic experiences that they relate. I wanna like bro, just because it's not it's fucked up that it's not our fault that we're traumatized, but it's our responsibility to fix it. Yet nobody teaches us how to fix it because the government wants us fucked. So I want to help people with their mental health. Nonfiction or fiction or biography. This is nonfiction. This is science. Is he a flat earth believer? Yeah. Hey, my beautiful Dominican sister. Hey, baby Boba. How you doing? The Tuesday after the 4th of July weekend, 1978, was my first day as a staff psychiatrist at the Boston Veterans Administration Clinic. As I was hanging a reproduction of my favorite Bruegel painting, The Blind Leading the Blind, on the wall of my new office, I heard a commotion in the reception area down the hall. A moment later, a large, disheveled man in a stained three-piece suit, carrying a copy of Soldier of Fortune magazine under his arm, buzzed through my door. He was so agitated and so clearly hungover that I wondered how I could possibly help this hulking man. I asked him to take a seat and tell me what I could do for him. His name was Tom. 10 years earlier, he had been in the Marines. Look at that, you relate. Doing his service in Vietnam. He had spent the holiday weekend holed up in his downtown Boston office, drinking and looking at old photographs, rather than with his family. He knew from previous years' experience that the noise, the fireworks, the heat, and the picnic in his sister's backyard, against the backdrop of dense early summer foliage, all of which reminded him of Vietnam, would drive him crazy. When he got upset, he was afraid to be around his family because he behaved like a monster with his wife and two young boys. The noise of his kids made him so agitated that he would storm out of the house to keep himself from hurting them, only drinking himself into oblivion or riding his Harley Davidson until his spirits helped him to calm down. Night time offered no relief. His sleep was constantly interrupted by nightmares about an ambush in a rice paddy back in Nam, in which all the members of his platoon were killed or wounded. He also had terrifying flashbacks in which he saw dead Vietnamese children. The nightmares were so horrible that he dreaded falling asleep, and he often stayed up for most of the night drinking. In the morning, his wife would find him passed out on the living room couch, and she and the boys had to tiptoe around him while she made them breakfast before taking them to school. Filling me in on his background, Tom said that he had graduated from high school in 1966. In 1965, the valedictorian of his class, in line with his family tradition of military service, he enlisted in the Marine Corps immediately after graduation. His father had served in World War II in General Platoon's army, and Tom never questioned his father's expectations. Reassured by my obvious interest, Tom settled down to tell me just how scared and confused he was. He was afraid he was becoming just like his father, who was always angry and rarely talked with his children, except to compare them unfavorably with his comrades who had lost their lives around Christmas 1944 during the Battle of the Bulge. As the session was drawing to a close, I did what doctors typically do. I focused on the one part of Tom's story that I thought I understood: his nightmares. As a medical student, I had worked in a sleep laboratory observing people's sleep/dream cycles and had assisted in writing some articles about nightmares. I had also participated in some early research on the beneficial effects of the psychoactive drugs that were just coming to use in the 1970s. So, while I lacked a true grasp on the scope of Tom's problems, the nightmares were something I could relate to, and as an enthusiastic believer in better living through chemistry, I prescribe a drug that we have found to be effective in reducing the incidence and severity of nightmares. I scheduled Tom for a follow up visit 2 weeks later. When he returned for his appointment, I eagerly asked Tom how the medicines had worked. He told me he hadn't taken any of the pills. Yeah, I'm reading. Trying to conceal my irritation, I asked him why. I realized that if I take the pills and the nightmares go away, he replied, I will have abandoned my friends, and their deaths will have been in vain. I need to be a living memorial to my friends who died in Vietnam. I was stunned. Tom's loyalty to the dead was keeping him from living his own life, just as his father's devotion to his friends had kept him from living both father's and son's experiences on the battlefield, had rendered the rest of their lives irrelevant. How had that happened? And what could have we do ab- How had that happened and what could we do about it? That morning I realized I would probably spend the rest of my professional life trying to unravel the mysteries of trauma. How do horrific experiences cause people to become hopelessly stuck in the past? What happens in people's minds and brains that keeps them frozen, trapped in a place they desperately wish to escape? Why did this man's war not come to an end in February 1969 when his parents embraced him at Boston's Logan International Airport after his long flight back from Da Nang? Tom's need to live out his life as a memorial to his comrades taught me that he was suffering from a condition much more complex than simply having bad memories or damaged brain chemistry or altered fear circuits in the brain. Before the ambush in the rice paddy, Tom had been a devoted and loyal friend, someone who enjoyed life with many interests and pleasures. In one terrifying moment, trauma had transformed everything. Yes, I finished putting up the poll. Damn bookworm. Is looks enough for During my time at the VA, I got to know many men who responded similarly, faced with even minor frustrations. Our veterans often flew instantly into extreme rages. The public areas of the clinic were pockmarked with the impacts of their fists on the drywall, and security was kept constantly busy protecting claims agents and receptionists from enraged veterans. Of course, their behavior scared us, but I was also intrigued. At home, my wife and I were coping with similar problems in our toddlers, who regularly threw temper tantrums when told to eat their spinach or to put on warm socks. Why was it then that I was utterly unconcerned about my kids' immature behavior, but deeply worried by what was going on with the vets? Aside from their size, of course, which gave them the potential to inflict much more harm than my two footers at home. The reason was that I felt perfectly confident that with proper care, my kids would gradually learn to deal with their frustration and disappointments, but I was skeptical that I would be able to help my veterans reacquire the skills of self control and self regulation that they had lost in the war. Unfortunately, nothing in my psychiatric training had prepared me to deal with any of the challenges that Tom and his fellow veterans presented. I went down to the medical library to look for books on war neurosis, shell shock, battle fatigue, or any other term or diagnosis I could think of that might shed light on my patients. To my surprise, the library at the VA didn't have a single book about any of these conditions. 5 years after the last American soldier left Vietnam, the issue of wartime trauma was still not on anybody's agenda. Finally, in the Countway Library at Harvard Medical School, I discovered The Traumatic Neurosis of War, which had been published in 1941 by a psychiatrist named Abram Gardiner. It described Gardiner's observation of World War I veterans had veterans and had been released in anticipation of the flood of shell-shocked soldiers expected to be casualties of World War II. Gardiner reported the same phenomena I was seeing. After the war, his patients were overtaken by a sense of futility. Damn, I have to pee so bad. I want to finish until the first subtext, but I'm gonna go inside. I touched the grass for long enough. I felt the sun in my skin. I feel amazing. And I'm reading a book that is like a little intense to read. It's something that I should learn for myself, for the people around me, for my loved ones, and for anybody else that might go through some trauma. No workout today. Today's actually my day off because I'm pretty sore, but like I will stretch a little bit, do like a 7 minute Chinese wake up workout, whatever. Oh my god, it's so dark in here. Oh, I gotta pee, be right back. Excuse me. isn't it? And it's like based on real life. So, Gardiner reported the same phenomena I was seeing. After the war, his patients were overtaken by a sense of futility. They became withdrawn and detached, even if they had functioned well before. What Gardiner called traumatic neurosis, today we call post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Gardiner noted that sufferers from traumatic neurosis developed a chronic vigilance for and sensitivity to threat. This summation especially caught my eye. The nucleus of the neurosis is a physioneurosis. In other words, post-traumatic stress isn't all in one's head, as some people supposed, but has a physiological basis. Gardiner understood even then that the symptoms have their origin in the entire body's response to the original trauma. Gardiner's description corroborated my own observations, which was reassuring, but it provided me with little guidance on how to help veterans. The lack of literature on the topic was a handicap, but my great teacher, Elvin Semrad, had taught us to be skeptical about textbooks. We had only one real textbook, he said, our patients. We should trust only what we could learn from them. And from our own experience, this sounds so simple. But even as Semra pushed us to rely upon self knowledge, he also warned us how difficult that process really is, since human beings are experts in wishful thinking and obscuring the truth. I remember him saying, the greatest sources of our suffering are the lies we tell ourselves. Working at the VA, I soon discovered how excruciating it can be to face reality. This was true both for my patients and for myself. Oh, nice to meet you, Santiago. I do remember Santiago. It's been like months. Most of the girls are on YouTube Live and doing nothing. I'm reading to you this. Um, Working at the VA, I soon discovered how excruciating it can be to face reality. This was true both for my patients and for myself. How you been? We don't really want to know what soldiers go through in combat. We do not really want to know how many children are being molested and abused in our society, or how many couples are almost a third, as it turns out, engage in violence at some point during their relationship. We want to think of families as safe havens in a heartless world, and of our own country as populated by enlightened, civilized people. We prefer to believe that cruelty occurs only in faraway places like Darfur or the Congo. It is hard enough for observers to bear witness to pain. Is it any wonder then that the traumatized individuals themselves cannot tolerate remembering it, and that they often resort to using drugs, alcohol, or self mutilation to block out their unbearable knowledge? Damn! Thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Tom and his fellow veterans became my first teachers in my quest to understanding how lives are shattered by overwhelming experiences and in figuring out how to enable them to feel fully alive again. I've already read all this because I never had the book, but I looked it up on PDF and I've already read that, but I'm rereading it while live. And yeah, but I gotta go to work, guys. I gotta get ready for work. So we stopped on page 11, 12, trauma and the loss of self. So hopefully I have the energy to read to you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the comments and the likes. I appreciate it. Um, have a good day. Gracias por todo, mi gente. Me voy para el trabajo. Los amo. Gracias por los likes, por los comentarios, por estar conmigo, por los regalos. Los amo. Que tengan un lindo día.